Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Revelation 13 verse 18. The most powerful corporations in the world are the international banking corporations. When a country gives the power to print their currency to a privately owned central bank, it gives immense power to the bank over the country. Most countries are in debt to their central bank. The central banks are interconnected. World leaders are calling for one world currency. This will give the power to supply the world's currency to one giant financial entity. It will have the power to cut off a country's money supply, giving it immense power over the world. Countries would risk getting their money supply cut off if they didn't follow rules and laws of the New World Order. The international bankers are members of one or more esoteric occult secret societies, such as Skull and Bones, Bohemia Club, Freemasonry, etc. These esoteric occult secret societies are influenced by the ancient Babylonian and Egyptian mystery schools. They mention Babylon and Egypt in their rituals and use Babylonian and Egyptian symbolism. Because the hierarchy of the international banking and finance corporations are members of these esoteric occult secret societies, they will use esoteric occult symbols in their corporate logos and even the structures of their buildings. The pyramid and triangle are commonly used. This pyramid is in the Bank of England Museum. It represents the first gold deposit in the world's first central bank. This is the Cooperative Bank in Stockport, England, pyramid. ECOSOC, World Economic and Social Council for discussing international economics. Notice the triangle symbols in the background. The use of the pyramid and triangle symbols on world currency, corporate logos, and building structures of major financial corporations is no coincidence. Because most of these global, elite, international bankers belong to some international esoteric occult secret society, and because these secret societies are under the influence of the teachings of the ancient mystery schools of Babylon and Egypt, and that these elite bankers use esoteric symbols in their corporate logos and even their building structures, it's logical to assume that they will design the governing body of the New World Order's financial structure in the same manner. More and more, because of collapsing value of U.S. currency, world leaders are calling for a more stable one world currency, playing into the hands of the bankers. 666 is a triangle number, meaning that if you add every number from 1 to 36, it will add up to 666. It forms a perfect triangle. 666 is also the representation of the ancient Babylonian and Egyptian numbering system and order. This system is known as the sexagesimal numbering system. Sexagesimal is a number system with 60 as the base, and it originated with the ancient Sumerians. It was transmitted to the Babylonians and Egyptians and still in use today for measuring time angles and geographic coordinates, because we use the same system for dividing a circle into 360 degrees. Time can be expressed in degrees, and degrees can be expressed in time. The Bible says that 666 is the number of a man's name. Normally when the Bible uses the phrase, number of the name, it's referring to how many people in a family, group, or army under a man's name, as in the book of Numbers chapter 1 verse 20. And the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by their generations, after their families, according to the number of the names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. The international banking elite will divide the world in 6 financial world unions, such as the European Union, North American Union, Asian Union, Africa Union, etc. Each of these world unions will have a world union bank and governor. Each of these unions will be divided into 10 financial regions, for a total of 60 regional banks and governors. Each of these financial regions will be divided into 10 financial districts, for a total of 600 district banks and governors. Money will flow from the 6 union banks to the 60 regional banks, and from the 60 regional banks to the 600 district banks, and from the district banks to the many public banks. This will make up the governing body of the New World Order's financial structure: 6 union governors, 60 regional governors, 600 district governors. This structure will be named after some man, and there you will have the body of the giant triangular financial structure that controls the world, literally the number of a man's name 666. These 6 red triangles represent the 6 financial world unions and union governors. They will each be in control of 10 financial regions. The 60 blue triangles represent the 60 world financial regions and regional governors. Each will be in control of 10 financial districts. The 600 white triangles represent the 600 world financial districts and district governors, completing the New World Order's esoteric occult financial governing structure. Money will flow from the district banks to the public banks. Of course, this is only a theory.